Jesus once said something so wild. A camel could fit through a needle's eye easier than what he described. And it wasn't about camels at all. In this video, we're breaking down some of the most challenging and misunderstood teachings of Jesus. From a rich young man who couldn't let go of his wealth, to a parable about a landowner whose unfair generosity actually reveals the heart of God. We'll cover why children matter more than status, why the last will be first, and what Jesus really meant when he said, "It's easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter heaven." Stick around, because question 8 might completely change how you see money and faith. Let's get into it. A couple of notes. Ending the intro with a specific tease. Question 8 might change how you see is a strong retention tactic. It gives people a reason to stay.
Question 1. Why did the disciples try to stop children from coming to Jesus? Explanation. All right, here's the deal. The disciples thought kids weren't important enough to bother Jesus. They were kind of acting like gatekeepers, thinking Jesus had bigger stuff to handle. But they totally missed the point. In God's kingdom, status doesn't matter. Even the smallest ones are valuable. Question 2. What did Jesus say about children and the kingdom of heaven? Explanation. Jesus flipped the whole mindset, bro. He said the kingdom of heaven actually belongs to people like these kids. That means pure hearts, simple faith, and trust matter big time. It's not about being powerful, it's about being real and humble. Question 3. What question did the rich young man ask Jesus? Explanation. So this guy walks up like, "Yo, what good thing do I need to do to get eternal life?" He was basically looking for a checklist. But deep down, he didn't realize it's not just about doing good stuff. It's about your heart and priorities. Question 4. What commandments did Jesus mention to the young man? Explanation. Jesus hit him with the basics: don't murder, don't cheat, don't lie, honor your parents, and love others. These weren't random rules. They show how you treat people. Real faith always shows up in how you live daily. Question 5. What was the one thing the young man lacked? Explanation. Here's the twist. Jesus told him to sell everything and give to the poor. That exposed the real issue. His heart was stuck on money. He followed rules but couldn't let go of what he loved most. That's where he fell short. Question 6. Why did the young man walk away sad? Explanation. Man, this part hits hard. He walked away grieving because he had a lot of possessions. Basically, his wealth owned him. He wanted eternal life, but not at the cost of his comfort. Tough choice, and he chose wrong. Question 7. Why is it hard for a rich person to enter the kingdom of heaven? Explanation. Jesus kept it real. Riches can trap your heart. It's not about money itself, but how attached you are to it. When money becomes your security, you stop relying on God. That's why it gets dangerous. Question 8. What did Jesus mean by camel through the eye of a needle? Explanation. Okay, picture this: a huge camel trying to fit through a tiny needle hole. Impossible, right? That's exactly the point. Without God, it's impossible. But with God, even the impossible becomes possible. Question 9. What did Peter ask Jesus after hearing this teaching? Explanation. Peter was like, "Yo, we left everything for you. So what's in it for us?" He was being real. He wanted to know if their sacrifice actually mattered. And honestly, that's a question many people have. Question 10. What reward did Jesus promise to those who follow him? Explanation. Jesus promised something huge: eternal life, and way more than what they gave up. Like 100x more. That means God never ignores sacrifice. What you lose for him, he multiplies in ways you can't imagine. Question 11. What lesson is taught in the vineyard workers parable? Explanation. So workers came at different times but got the same pay. Sounds unfair, right? But God's grace doesn't work like human logic. It's not about how long you worked, it's about his generosity. Question 12. Why did the early workers complain? Explanation. They felt cheated because others got the same reward for less work. But their problem wasn't fairness, it was comparison. When you compare your blessings with others, you lose joy real quick. Question 13. What did the landowner say about his generosity? Explanation. The owner was like, "Don't I have the right to be generous?" That's deep. God blesses how he wants. Instead of being jealous, we should be thankful. His grace isn't limited. Question 14. What did Jesus predict about his death? Explanation. Jesus clearly said he would be mocked, beaten, and crucified, but then rise again. He knew everything ahead of time. This shows it wasn't an accident, it was part of God's plan. Question 15. What did Jesus teach about true greatness? Explanation. Here's the real talk: greatness isn't about power. Jesus said if you want to be great, serve others. That's opposite of the world's mindset. Real leaders serve, not dominate. Question 16. What did the blind men ask Jesus for? Explanation. They cried out, "Lord, have mercy on us." Even when people told them to be quiet, they didn't stop. That's bold faith. When you really need God, you don't stay silent. Question 17. What happened after Jesus healed the blind men? Explanation. Instantly they could see and they followed him. That's key. Real miracles should lead to real commitment. It's not just about getting help, it's about following him after. Question 18. Why did Jesus cleanse the temple? Explanation. Jesus saw people turning God's house into a business. That didn't sit right with him. The temple was meant for prayer, not profit. Sometimes you gotta clean out what's corrupt. Question 19. What happened to the fig tree and why? Explanation. Jesus cursed the fig tree because it had no fruit. It looked alive but was empty. That's a warning. Don't just look spiritual on the outside. God looks for real fruit. Question 20. What is the main lesson from the last will be first? Explanation. This flips everything upside down. In God's kingdom, status doesn't matter. The humble get lifted and the proud get humbled. It's all about your heart, not your position.